Good evening and welcome to Grover C. Redford Gymnasium on the campus of Missouri Valley College. We're back to Heart of America Conference basketball. 3 games this week. We're in the middle of that stretch. The Avila Eagles from Kansas City in town to take on the Vikings of Tim Dixon. Vikings come in 7-15 in league play. Avila just a game behind 6-16. And if you remember, they won the first game between these two back on January 9th by the score of 70-57. Joe all alongside. And Joe, this Avila team, they can do a few things. They're playing much better than they were early in the season.
Well, they really are, Keenan. This is a big game for both these teams, both Missouri Valley and Avila fighting for their playoff lives. So, both teams really need a win here tonight.
All right, I had a chance to visit with Tim Dixon, but before we get to that, Torrey Murillo is the head coach of the Eagles, and Joe had a chance to visit with Torrey.
Tim Dixon joins us before this ball game with Avila. Coach, this team got you at their place, so a little payback tonight maybe.
Yeah, and they're playing really well, and they got us the first time we played them, and we had players out that game. I think that was a game we lost 2 players right in the middle of the game. Deidre didn't travel with us that game. She was out. So, we weren't at full strength, and so today I think we're back at full strength. I think it'll be a little bit different game than it was there at their place.
How about this Avila team? What concerns you about them?
Well, they have good high-low. I mean, that's what they're going to do. That's their strength. They're going to give it to Bunn. They're going to give it to Sarconi, and the rest of the team just kind of gets 2 or 3 points a game, kind of like we do outside of our big 3 scores. So, they don't shoot the ball very well from outside, so we're going to play a lot of zone tonight and have them beat us from 3 and hopefully take away some of their high-low man-to-man offense. So it'll be fun. I mean, we got to make shots, and we have to rebound. Sometimes we don't rebound very well out of our zone, so who knows how long we'll stay in it, but that's what they do great, and for us to win, we have to make them shoot the 3 and hopefully get some rebounds.
Coach, 4 games to go. You've got to get a couple of wins, don't you? You can't rely on help now. You've got to get some wins.
Yeah, I mean, if we win tonight, I think we'll be okay, but, again, we can't rely on help, and I think if we can win these next 2 home games, I think we'll be in a great position heading into the final week of conference play. So, we just got to win, take care of business, make shots tonight, and hopefully do a lot better than we did on Monday.
All right, Coach, talk to you after the game.
I appreciate it.
All right, so there's Tim Dixon, obviously not Torrey Murillo. She's the head coach of the Eagles. Joe will apologize to Torrey because she doesn't quite sound like Tim Dixon.
No, not exactly.
That was Coach Dixon. So now let's get you those comments from the head coach of the Eagles.
Okay, chatting now with Avila's women's coach, Torrey Murillo. And Coach, I tell you, last time 2 teams played, you got a nice win over Missouri Valley, and in that stretch, I think you won 3 or 4 games.
We did. We went on a nice run there, and the girls played really hard and worked together, and then, we started our death row again with the top, ranked teams and kind of lost a little confidence trying to get back there.
Well, then a week ago tonight, you go on the road, you beat Grandview, I think 75-71. That had to be a big win for you.
Yes, and we had a couple girls with sick, illness. I mean, that flu was going around like crazy, and we only took 9 up there, and so we kind of had to just, instill some confidence in them, and they came out, and it was great. It was an awesome win for them.
Last time we played you up in Kansas City, you beat Missouri Valley 70-57. I thought your big girl, Raven Bunn, kind of took the game over down the stretch. I thought you had 2 freshmen, Taylor Faulkner and Holly Golden. I thought they both played well.
They did. Holly and Taylor do a great job of, taking their defense and turning it into offense. They do an awesome job of that. And, Ray kind of just is like, we call her the silent killer. You don't really realize how many points she has, and then when you look at the stats afterwards, you're like, dang, she had a great game. So we're hoping for her to do that tonight.
Well, a big game tonight. You and Missouri Valley both battling for a spot in the postseason conference tournament.
Yes, this is a big game. I felt like the rest of our games, the here on out, are do or die games, and we're hoping that tonight we can hold on there.
All right, so there you've heard from both coaches, and yes, this is a big game. As you look at the standings in the conference, the Vikings are 7-15. Avila just a game behind 6-16. And remember, Avila won the first game, so if they could sweep the season series, Joe, they would have that tiebreaker. So this is a big game for the Vikings tonight.
Well, this is one of those games where you have to take care of home court. The Vikes looked very good last Saturday in that win over Central Methodist. Looked good early on against William Penn, then went flat, and William Penn really came in and used that full court press and came away with a decisive win. So kind of interesting to see which Viking team shows up tonight.
Raven Bunn, the 5'9 junior who led this team in scoring against the Vikings the last time out, Lauren Austin. Of course, Lauren plays in the middle, 5'8" senior. Also in the starting lineup is Danny Rehor, a 5'10" freshman. The point guard is Taylor Faulkner, a 5'6" freshman. And I mentioned Lauren Austin and then Hannah Masters at 5'11" sophomore. So this team does have some size. The Vikings will go with Dee Dee McCoy, the 5'8" junior. Dee Dee did not play the last time these two teams met. In that first game, Ashley Ward, number 2, who's just being introduced, had 20 points to lead the Vikings. Last year, of course, from Springdale, Arkansas. Veronica Petkova, the 5'10" junior. Haley Meyer. Haley is out of Troy, the Moscow Mills, Troy area, 6'2" sophomore. And then at the point is Dasha Ivanova, the 5'6" junior. Ashley Ward had 20 in the first game, and Raven Bunn led Avila with 22 that night. So rematch time for the Vikings. They'd like to get the W tonight. This broadcast is copyrighted by the Mass Communications Department of the Communications, Humanities, and Human Service Division of Missouri Valley College. For the private use of our audience, any retransmission or other use of the content of this broadcast without the express written consent of Missouri Valley College is prohibited. Thanks to everyone at Marshall Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, as they provide transportation for us when we're on the road covering Missouri Valley athletic events. That's Marshall Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Marshall. Joe, you ready to go? A second game in, well, 3 nights and another one coming up on Saturday. Let's see what we can do tonight.
Yeah, it's the Vikings against the Eagles here tonight. For the Vikes, as Ken said, it's Dasha Ivanova, Haley Meyer, Deidre McCoy, Ashley Ward, and Veronica Petkova. They're the starters, and getting set to go, and ball's in the air and tipped into the air, controlled by the Vikings. Petkova brings it across. Veronica head of the key to Ivanova. Looks like a zone defense to start the game for the Avila Lady Eagles. Head of the key now to McCoy. Deidre, left-hand dribble. Now, that man-to-man, I guess it is. Inside to Petkova. Veronica gets it in the lane, nowhere to go. Had it knocked away, and bodies on the floor, and the ball taken away. Good hustle that time. I think that was Taylor Faulkner who forced that steal. Here come the Lady Ravens the other way. Faulkner, the freshman guard, head of the key. Now it gets it high post to Hannah Masters. Masters tries to get it to the big girl, Raven Bunn. Into the corner, deep three off the left wing, and that one misses. That shot was taken by Faulkner, but offensive rebound for the Eagles. Masters over on the right side. Jump shot off the right wing, good. Is that a three? Yeah, they say that is a three, and that was knocked down by Danny Rehor. So Rehor hits a three to give the Lady Eagles a 3-zip lead here underway. Vikes trying to get a big win, stay in a hunt for a conference postseason tournament playoff spot. Now the ball's stolen away, and now Petkova gets it back for the Vikings. Now stolen away by Bunn. Boy, both teams kind of flipping it back and forth. It's a hot potato right now, it looks like.
Well, the Vikings had 25 turnovers Monday, already 3 in this game.
Over on the right wing, back out to Rehor. Got to stay on her. That's Lauren Austin. Now a pass inside. Shots put up by Bunn.
3 seconds.
And they're going to say 3 seconds in the lane against Raven Bunn. So a turnover by the Eagles. So both teams a little turnover happy right now. Let's see if we can settle down, get into the offense as the Vikes bring it across with Dasha Ivanova. Ivanova comes around a Haley Meyer screen. Now goes in toward the basket. Now spins back out toward the baseline, gives it out to Meyer. Avila in that man. Ashley Ward on the baseline. Dee Dee McCoy. Deidre didn't play the first time these two teams met. And there's a three by McCoy as Dee Dee buries a three. That's good to see her hit her first shot. Ties the game up 3 apiece. Faulkner bouts to Bunn. Bunn's turnaround jumper, no good. Nice rebound, Haley Meyer. Good to see Haley, the youngster from Moscow Mills, got up, and that's going to be a turnover. The turnover against the Vikings. Say Haley Meyer carried the ball, so it'll come back to Avila. 7:41 left to play in the first quarter. We're tied at 3. High post Bunn. Bunn into the corner. Now driving to the baseline is Masters. Now throws it away as it's taken away by Ivanova. Dasha quickly across the timeline. Deep three by Ivanova. Good, got it. So the Vikes have buried their first 2 threes. One by McCoy and that one by Dasha Ivanova. Missouri Valley goes up 6-3 here in the early going. Outside Lauren Austin, lob in for Bunn. Good backside help by Petkova, knocks it away. Ahead to Ashley Ward, AW, who lost the handle. Ashley tried to go up for the layup, lost the handle. Here comes Faulkner the other way. Ooh, I think Faulkner might have got away with a walk. Missed the shot, got the follow shot, missed the rebound, but Rahor picks it up. Bunn inside, spins inside. Nice move with the left hand. That was smooth that time as Raven Bunn double team. She spun with the left and laid it in. And Ken, don't see Lucy Sarcone out there. I'm not sure
she didn't start tonight. She's going to play, but she's not going to start.
Okay. McCoy on the right wing. 6-5, Vikings lead. Petkova's shot misses. Battle for the loose ball, and it's taken out of there by Dede. Good hustle by Dede McCoy. Dede thinks about another three, head of the key. Now instead drives in on Masters. Flips it up, and she's going to be fouled. So nice take is Dede McCoy. That's the first. We're going to keep track of how many times she bangs the floor tonight. That's the first time for Dede as she goes down, spins into the middle, and she's going to be fouled, and that foul is going to come up on Raven Bunn. So that is the first foul on either team. McCoy at the line for 2 shots here. Dede for the Vikings averaging 15.3 points a game, and she knocks down the first charity toss. She'll have one more. Leading scorer for this Avila team is Raven Bunn. She averages 19.3 points a game. I can see how with that first move she made. McCoy's second shot good, so Dede knocks down both. She's got 5 points, and the Vikings open up a 3-point, 8-5 lead. Now, dribbling outside Rahor, over to Faulkner. Faulkner, the freshman point guard. Faulkner hails from Buffalo, Missouri. And there's a 3 attempt that time. That 3 taken by Masters, and that comes up a little bit short. But I think they're going to say one of the Vikings touched it last. So with exactly 6 minutes to play in the first quarter, it will be Avila ball. Inbounding, just checked in a minute, Kaylee Taylor. Head of the key now to Bunn. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Taylor comes around a screen. Faulkner launches a deep 3, head of the key, missed it. Nice rebound, Petkova. Good defense, Ken. That shot clock was winding down that time, and Avila had to force a quick shot.
I'm not sure the Ravens were, or rather the Eagles were aware of that. Now another turnover by the Vikings.
Now Rahor gets a steal. She'll bring it across the timeline. Right wing to Faulkner, underneath. Flip shot by Taylor, by Bunn, partially blocked. Here comes Petkova. Baseline Ward. Ashley head of the key. Myers 3. Just hits the front of the rim and rolls off. But a nice hustling rebound by Petkova. Gets it ahead to Dede McCoy, and Dede lays it in. So, boy, Dede on fire. She's got 7 of the 10 Viking points. Missouri Valley leads it by 5 with 5 minutes left to play in the quarter. Head of the key now Faulkner. Faulkner, deep right wing pass. Masters out of the corner, missed it. Offensive rebound, though, by Taylor. So the Eagles keep the possession alive. Kaylee Taylor down the baseline to Rahor. Danny Rahor already has 1 3 in the game. Picked up by Ashley Ward. Bounce pass into the lane. Now, nice drive inside, and that's Taylor who takes it down the right side, and Kaylee Taylor is going to be fouled on that drive, and I think that's going to come up on Haley Meyer. That's the first foul against the Vikings, and that's going to put Kaylee Taylor, a sophomore out of Bonner Springs, Kansas, on the line for 2 shots right here. First shot, Taylor, no good, missed it. For the Vikings, Ken McCoy has 7, and Dasha Ivanova knocked down a 3 as Devin Swisegood and Sierra Adams check into the Missouri Valley lineup.
And Lucy Sarcone is in
Lucy
for Avila.
Sarcone, the big girl. Taylor with 1 more to try to make it a 4-point game, and she does. So Taylor gets 1 out of 2, 10-6 Vikings, 4.5 left. Now the Vikes throw it away. Kind of an unforced turnover that time as they throw it over the head of Ashley Ward right around midcourt. Got to cut down those turnovers. They've been costly the last couple of games.
6 turnovers in the first 5.5 minutes.
Now pass into Sarcone. Now had it knocked away by McCoy. Good backside help that time. And got to help out on Lucy Sarcone. She stands in at 6'1". Pretty good player around the basket. Now inbounds out to Faulkner. Faulkner high post to Sarcone. Sarcone hands to Taylor. Taylor ahead of the key, guarded by Sierra Adams. Down to 12 on the shot clock. Now the ball into Sarcone, knocked away by Devin Swisegood, taken away by Ashley Ward. Here come the Vikings on the run. Right wing to Adams, Sierra. Bounce pass, high post, Petkova. Backdoor cut by Ward. Ashley fakes inside, double team down low, nowhere to go, and they're going to say 3 seconds in the lane, I think. Ashley Ward got bottled up in there with a double team, had nowhere to go, and she's guilty of a 3-second violation.
Yeah, I kind of like to see her even try to force that shot up, maybe draw the foul, because she was caught in the lane.
All right, 10-6. The Vikings lead it. Been stuck on 10 points for a while. Need a basket. Not right here because we're on defense, but now the shot missed. That was a push out of the corner by Taylor, missed it. Rebound McCoy ahead to Ashley Ward. Ashley goes in, had it blocked that time by Rahor. Oh, now McCoy gets it right back. Dee to the rack, got it. So Avila gets a steal, but then Dee McCoy returns the favor. Ken, she's got 9 points already. It's 12-6 Vikings, and Avila didn't see her last game. I think they've already seen enough of her this game.
Got 9 points. What a difference she's already made. Here comes Raven Bunn back into the lineup, and she's going to replace Hannah Masters for the Eagles.
It'll be Avila's ball. For the Vikings, it's Adams, McCoy, Ward, Swisegood, and Veronica Petkova. That's the 5 on the floor right now. Taylor Faulkner, the freshman point guard, into the corner to Rahor. Now Faulkner gets a return pass. Right wing, it comes over to Taylor. Taylor slashes inside, puts it up off the glass, and looks like a violation against Avila. So the ball will come back to Missouri Valley as Lauren Austin checks back in for the Lady Eagles. Kaylee Taylor will take a seat.
The Eagles shooting 18% right now, and Vikings 50%. Big difference there. Let's keep it that way.
12-6. Missouri Valley leads it. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Now a nice steal by Raven Bunn. She's going to go coast to coast on Ashley Ward. Pulls up for the jumper, missed it. Rebound Sarcone underneath, had it partially blocked, and now a delayed call. Looked like they called a clean block, but instead they say that I think, was that Petkova? Yeah. I think that's Veronica Petkova. Got a piece of the arm of Lucy Sarcone, so that'll put the left-hander Sarcone on the line for 2 shots right now. First shot, no good. So Avila, the lid on the basket for the Lady Eagles right now. They're 1 out of 3 from the free throw line. Only 2 baskets and a free throw so far in the game. Sarcone missed them both. Rebound Swisegood. So the Vikes dodge a big bullet right there. McCoy into the forecourt. Dee right wing, Petkova. Veronica's baseline jumper, good. It's a 3. So Veronica Petkova buries a 3, and Tori Murillo, the Avila head coach, wants a timeout. So right now it's all Vikings. Vikings off to the same kind of start they were against William Penn on Monday night. They lead at 15-6.
Well, let's take a look at the numbers. Right now, Avila 2 out of 12. That's 17% from the field, and they're only 1 out of 6 from beyond the arc, 1 out of 3 from the line. As far as the Vikings, 4 out of 8, 2 out of 3 from beyond the arc. So off to a very good start. As you said, Dee McCoy, 9 points and 3 rebounds to lead the way in the early going for Valley.
Yeah, and it's very important. Now, you know, we got off to this kind of start the other night, but then the second quarter, William Penn came out in that full court press, and the worm turned pretty quickly.
So the Vikings have to play a good 40 minutes tonight, and then we won't know about Culver until tomorrow night because their game with Evangel will be played tomorrow night.
And Evangel playing very well right now. The Evangel ladies, I think, sit at 10 and 12, and they really come on lately. Now a bad pass. There's a little miscommunication out front by the Lady Eagles, and they throw the ball almost to us. It goes out of bounds back to the Vikings. Adams, right wing McCoy. Dee spins baseline. Double team all the way across to Tessa Ramsey. Head of the key, Adams. Sierra Adams is 3, good. Sierra Adams, that's a good sign right there. Sierra can shoot the 3. And Ken, that's the 3rd triple, fourth triple for the Vikings in the game by 4 different players.
Big lead, let's keep it that way.
Lauren Austin inside, off the glass and in. Nice take that time by Lauren Austin. She went right down the left side and banked it in. 18-8, the Vikings up by 10, under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. McCoy outside. Head of the key to Petkova. Deep 3 from the head of the key. Good. Veronica Petkova, that's her second three, and boy, the Vikes on fire right now. 5 threes here in the first quarter. I think what they have 10 the other night against William Penn.
4 out of 5, 80% from beyond the arc. That'll win you a lot of ball games.
Was that 10 against William Penn or 10 against Central Methodist?
I can't remember. It may have been against Central Methodist.
I think it was maybe. All right, down to 15 on the shot clock. Avila the other way. There's a three from the head of the key. This one taken by Rahor, missed it. Sarcone got the rebound. Her follow won't go, and Petkova gets a rebound for the Vikings. 21-8, Missouri Valley leads it. Ward. Ashley guarded outside by Faulkner. Gets it high post to Ramsey. And now they'll split the post by the Vikings as Adams gets it coming around a Ramsey pick. 52 seconds left in the quarter. Now Adams drives inside. Had it blocked by Sarcone. That's a good block that time.
Kept it in play and picked it up. Good job by her.
That's good defense that time. Sarcone gets it on the backdoor cut. McCoy falls down, no call. That's twice she's hit the deck. Now a runner in the lane by Austin misses. But another offensive rebound, this time by Rahor. Back head of the key to Austin. Over on the right wing to Rahor, guarded by Petkova. Faulkner sets the offense. High post, Sarcone tried to get it down to Bunn. And good double team help by the Vikings. Vikes knock it out of bounds. Is checking into the Lady Eagle lineup for the first time. That's Brooke Westrom. She's a freshman out of Overland Park, Kansas.
Coming in for the Vikings, Lindsay Denny.
Lindsay in for the first time. Haley Meyer back into the lineup.
And also Alexis Boyd-Lockett checks in.
Avila ball. Eagles looking. Into Sarcone. Sarcone head of the key to Westrom. Westrom pulls up outside the arc, guarded by Tessa Ramsey. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Raven Bunn goes inside. They're going to call it offensive foul. Is that on Sarcone? I think that might be on Sarcone.
I think an illegal screen.
Yep, illegal screen on Lucy Sarcone. So she picks up the foul. That's only the second foul on the Eagles. The Vikings also have 2 with 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Very impressive first quarter by this Valley team.
Alexis Boyd-Lockett, the senior out of St. Paul, Minnesota. A nice pass to Ramsey, basket and one. Give credit that time to Alexis Boyd-Lockett. She drove to the right side, picked up the double team, flipped it over to Tessa Ramsey. Tessa banks it off the glass, and she's fired, and she's fouled. So a chance for the Vikings to really close out the first quarter with a three-point play.
Impressive first quarter, 23 points and make it 24.
24, Ramsey buries the free throw. It's all Vikings, 24-8, 5.6 seconds left to play in the quarter. A little pressure by the Vikings. Avila, I don't think the Eagles know how much time's left. They're going to run the clock out. They're not going to get a shot in the first. So good job by Coach Tim Dixon to put on the press right there and kind of confuse the Eagles, and they didn't get a shot. And boy, a nice first quarter for the Vikings. They lead it at home, 24-8.
Here are the other games tonight. Clark will be at William Penn, CMU at Peru. Avila's here, of course. Grayson at Mount Mercy, and Baker's at Mid-America Nazarene. Now tomorrow night, Evangel will be at Culver, Benedictine at Grandview. I think Grandview goes to Mount Mercy, and Evangel either to Grandview or another team on the northern part of the conference. So they're going to play Thursday, Saturday instead of Wednesday, Saturday. Benedictine doing the same thing. So we won't know the results of those games, obviously, till late tomorrow night. Baker leads the conference. They're 20-2. Benedictine 19-3. Those two teams will be 1-2, obviously. Mid-America Nazarene, Central Methodist and Clark, and William Penn all battling for the third and fourth spots. Mid-America's 15-7. Central Methodist, they've lost 3 in a row now. They're 14-8. Clark 13-9, and William Penn is 13-9. The Vikings right now are in 11th, a game behind Culver Stockton. Vikings 7-15, Culver Stockton 8-14.
Well, we might mention too, Ken, the last home games of the year will be Saturday afternoon. Another group of Vikings will come to town, the Grandview Vikings, and that'll be it for the home schedule. So if you're not out tonight, you want to get out and watch the men and women play if you can on Saturdays. We've got those games on Saturday. Next week, we go to Clark on Wednesday, then wrap up the regular season with a trip up to Oskaloosa to take on the William Penn team that we just saw the other night.
And if the Vikings make the playoffs, they'll both probably be in those play-in games. The women's would be Monday night, the men's Tuesday night.
Okay, Avila ball. Now the Eagles throw it away, taken away by Petkova. So the Vikings start out the second quarter the same way they ended the first, playing very well right now on both ends of the court. McCoy, head of the key to Ward. Ashley drives in off the glass. Missed it. Offensive rebound. Petkova put it up and missed, but got another rebound. Good hustle by Petkova on the offensive glass. McCoy hands out to Meyer. Meyer's skip pass. 3 by Petkova. Good. And boy, Veronica's feeling it right now. That's her 3rd triple of the game. I think she's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. 27-8, the Vikings lead it.
Boy, when your ball goes in the basket, it makes this game a lot easier, doesn't it?
A lot more fun, I know that. All right, Rehor, Vikes in a zone right now. Down low, they try to get it to Sarcone, but Petkova steps in front of Lucy Sarcone and takes it away. So good defense by the Vikings. Petkova right wing over to Dasha Ivanova. Ivanova back to Petkova. Comes around an Ashley Ward screen. Head of the key, McCoy. Dee guarded by Raven Bunn. Down low to Ward. Ashley spins inside off the glass and in. And believe it or not, that's Ashley's first basket of the game. 29-8. Wow. 8.5 minutes to go in the half. What a first half so far by the Vikings. Vikes in that zone. Westrom, high post to Sarcone. Down low, they try to get it into Bunn. And somebody grabs hold of Raven Bunn. I think that's going to be on Petkova, so that'll be the 2nd foul on Veronica Petkova. Vikes have really done a pretty good job so far on Raven Bunn. She just has that one basket. They're double and triple teaming her down low, and she's going to come out along with Rehor and Westrom coming back in. Masters comes back in. Holly Golden, who had a big game up in Kansas City against the Vikings, checks in for the first time, as does Kaylee Taylor. Masters, guarded by McCoy, gets it on the right wing to Taylor. Taylor goes to the baseline. Good D by the Vikes. Now a jump shot, a push shot by Masters, missed. And boy, McCoy goes right up in a crowd, gets the rebound. There goes Dee to the floor, but taken away by Avila. Here comes Golden, her runner in the lane, misses. And boy, Avila really having trouble shooting the ball right now.
About 17%. 3 out of 17.
Keeping track of how many times Dee hits the deck tonight. I've got her at 3 right now. Lindsay Denny back in for the Vikings. Lindsay out of Everton playing this game and Saturday. Those will be her last 2 games as a Viking on this court. McCoy across the timeline, guarded by Golden. Hands on the right wing, Ivanova. Dasha head of the key to McCoy. Dee hands back to Ward, down to 11 on the shot clock. Ivanova left wing, gonna have to shoot one pretty quick, down to 7. Ashley drives in, goes over the top of Sarcone. I think there's gonna be a foul as somebody got Ashley on the drive. They're gonna call that on Kaylee Taylor. As that should be a non-shooting foul, I think, but they're lining Ashley up on the free throw line, so it looks like Ashley will have 2 shots here. I thought she got her out a little bit higher, but they say she hammered her on the shot. So Ward, the senior out of Springdale, Arkansas, on the line for 2 shots. And Ashley knocks down the first, would give her 3 points in the game. She averages 14.4. Second shot by A.W. Good. 31-8. 7:26 left in the half. Taylor, skip pass over to Golden. Back out to Austin. Good Vikes playing that zone. Now Ward knocks it away, but Golden gets it back, flips it up with the left hand, missed it. Battle for the loose ball on the floor. Lindsay Denny, good hustle by Lindsay. Now McCoy goes down again as Dee dives to the floor and ties up Holly Golden. So with the alternate possession rule, the ball back to the Vikings. Good hustle, both by Lindsay Denny and Deidre McCoy that time.
That loose ball.
Yep, good hustle. 7:03 left to play in the half. It's all Vikings right now as the Vikings trying to win their 8th conference game of the year. Trying to stay in the hunt for a postseason tournament bid. Ivanova, head of the key to Ward, almost fouled by Taylor, almost stolen away by Taylor. Now Ward goes baseline in the corner to McCoy. Her 3, good. Everything's coming up Viking right now as Deidre McCoy buries one from the right wing. That's her second triple. She's got 12 points in the game. That's 7 threes, Ken, for the Vikings.
Playing as well offensively as they played all year.
Yes, they are. Taylor now knocked away by McCoy, but Taylor gets it back, and she's going to be fouled by Haley Meyer. So Meyer picks up her second foul.
They got to call it on Didi.
They called on Didi. Okay. Okay. Looked like Haley was the one that slapped her, but I guess they call it on Didi. So that's Didi's first. So Kaylee Taylor, who was 1 out of 2 from the line in the first quarter, will go right back there again for 2 shots here. First shot, pinballs around and drops. So and Taylor gets the first one.
That's the first point in a long time. That's the first point of the second quarter for
them.
Anyway.
And we're down to 6 minutes and 24 seconds in the period. Taylor will have one more. Avila in the conference, they're 6-16. The Vikings a game up at 7-15. So if the Vikes could win this one, they'd open up a 2-game spread against the Eagles. Here comes McCoy the other way. Goes through a double team, slips it up and in. How she got through that double team, I don't know, but we'll take it. Give her 14 in the first half. I think the Eagles are saying, where was she when we played in Kansas City? Vikes in that zone. Over to Rahor. Rahor back outside to Taylor. High post, it comes to Masters. Deep three by Rahor off the right side. Comes up short. And the ball goes out of bounds on the far side. So, again, we talk about the Vikes shooting the ball very well, but they've held this team to only 9 points throughout the first about 14 minutes of the game.
16% now for Avila, 3 out of 19.
Little pressure by the Eagles. Lockett over to Adams. Adams close to a 10 count, now gets it across to McCoy. Now they say it goes out of bounds. Coach Tim Dixon not happy as Sierra Adams bounces it down the sideline. It hits the out-of-bounds line, and it's back to the Eagles with 5 minutes and 41 seconds left to play in the first half. Good day to be a Viking, at least so far. Austin, head of the key for the Eagles. Good. So Lauren Austin buries one from beyond the arc. Give her 5 points. Cuts the Valley lead down to 24.
There's a steal and a foul.
Now steal by Taylor. Now she's going to be fouled by Lindsey Denny. Non-shooting foul. That's the third foul this quarter on the Vikings. Avila has only one. Austin outside. High post to Masters. Right wing. Taylor with a 3. Good. So the Eagles have buried their last 2 threes. One by Lauren Austin and that one right there by Kaylee Taylor. And they've cut the Viking lead down to 21.
Foul on Austin. She wouldn't let Boyd Lockett get up the sideline.
So Austin picks up her first foul. That's the second foul this quarter on the Lady Eagles. It'll be Vikings ball. A little bit of a press by Avila. Good job. They get it across to Meyer. Good job against the press that time by Missouri Valley. Now Adams will set the offense. Right wing to Alexis Boyd Lockett. Lockett gets it on the right wing, right in front of Avila coach Tori Murillo. Now the ball knocked away by Rahor. Taken away now by Taylor. Here comes Avila. Don't want to see deja vu all over again. Austin. Bounce pass on the baseline to Rahor. Rahor tries to go through a double team. Now back out with 15 on the shot clock to Golden. Holly Golden a deep 3. This one misses. And good rebound by Haley Myers. Haley goes up strong that time to rip that one off the glass. Vikes need a basket here. Been stuck on 36 for a little while here. About 3 trips down the floor. Let's see if we can score one here. Lockett, right wing. Looks for McCoy on the post. Now they get it down to her. She spins around the defender, puts it up and in. Boy, a nice move that time by Didi as she goes right to the rack, bangs it off the board and in.
She has 16 points. Good first half for her.
Hadn't missed too many shots either. Head of the key, Austin. Back to Golden. Those 2 play catch. Now get it high post. Masters turnaround jump shot. Misses. Lindsey Denny with a rebound. 3:36 left to play as Tessa Ramsey gets set to check back in for the Vikings. Man-to-man defense by the Eagles. Boyd Lockett. Right wing to Denny. Denny on the baseline to Myers. Skip pass to Adams. Her 3 off the left wing. Missed this one. She hit her first one, but missed that one. Offensive rebound. McCoy got it to Lindsey Denny, and Lindsey had her follow shot. Roll around the rim and come out. Good offensive rebound by Dede. She's got a bunch of rebounds, too, I think.
She's had quite a line. I'll read it to you to get a chance here.
Now Masters down low, misses a shot. And the rebound to Meyer.
McCoy right now 6 for 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from the line, and 5 rebounds.
Yeah, she's done about everything right. Now Coach Tim Dixon takes a timeout. So 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the first half as Devin Swisegood, Tessa Ramsey, and Ashley Ward all get set to check in. Vikings lead it 38-15.
The Vikings are shooting 59%, 13 out of 22, but better than that, they're 7 out of 9 from 3. That's 78%, so that's going to win you a lot of games. They have missed a free throw. Eagles, on the other hand, just 5 out of 24, 21%. They're 3 out of 11 from beyond the arc and just 2 out of 6 in the free throw line. So that's the secret. The only problem for the Vikings, 12 turnovers to 11 for Avila, but that doesn't seem to be hurting them right now.
And can you look at the season-long statistics? The Vikings only 27% from beyond the arc. But boy, last 2 to 3 games, they've been a different team shooting from the outside.
They are red hot in this first half.
All right, it's Alexis Boyd-Lockett, Devin Swisegood, Tessa Ramsey, Sierra Adams, and Ashley Ward, the 5 on the floor for the Vikings right now as they lead at 38-15, just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Right wing Ramsey. Ramsey out of Melbourne, Australia. Gets it high post to Lockett. Lockett hands back to Swisegood. Swisegood, the senior out of Salisbury. Head of the key to Ramsey, down to 7 on the shot clock. Down low to Ward, going to have to get something going up quick. Deep 3 by Ramsey, partially blocked, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. But the Eagles get it back anyway. Here they come on the run. Lauren Austin. Skip pass over to Taylor. Austin thinks about a 3, now back to Taylor. Now they try to get it down low to Bunn, knocked away. Good double team by the Vikings as that time Tessa Ramsey and Alexis Boyd-Lockett both dropped down on the double team of Raven Bunn. And now Annette Peterson out of Annette Peterson checks in out of Latvia, Marupe, Latvia. She comes into the Viking lineup. She is a junior. Taylor, high post Sarcone, back to Bunn. Bunn goes through a double team up and in, and that's the first basket for Raven Bunn since early in the game. She's got 4 points. She averages 19.3 a game. There's that press again by Avila. Vikes get it across. Here comes Lockett. Hands to Ward. Good play. And that's a second good pass by Alexis Boyd-Lockett. Early in the game, she found Tessa Ramsey. This time she finds Ashley Ward. Ashley lays it in. So good job against the press that time.
40 points in the first half, and we still have a minute and a half to go.
Ray Hoare, head of the key to Austin. Bounce pass, now taken away, stolen by Sierra Adams. Adams will go, now she's going to be fouled by Austin. So looked like an easy layup for Sierra Adams, but Lauren Austin fouled her right out around the free throw line. That was a good foul, or otherwise Adams, I believe, would have had an easy basket.
They're deciding whether it was a shooting foul. I don't think so.
I think it could have been called an intentional foul.
Yeah.
That's what they call. They call it intentional foul. Yeah. Just
she
kind of reached out and grabbed her.
Yeah, she grabbed her, did not go for the ball, so that's going to be called an intentional foul.
So that's going to put Sierra Adams on the line for 2 shots right here with 1:25 left to play in the first half.
Austin picks up her second foul.
First shot by Sierra out of Peoria, Arizona, and Sierra knocks it down. So she's had a good first half, 4 points for her.
Vikings haven't missed a free throw either, 6 out of 6.
I knew you, Jinx.
You know what? If I had that kind of power,
you do. There's no doubt in my mind.
I would not be sitting here. I would be on my own island somewhere.
No doubt in my mind, partner.
I love that announcer's jinx. If we had that much power, I'd be on an island in the South Pacific.
You got what they call that mystical madness.
You got it.
All right. Vikes to inbound, leading at 41-17 as Adams gets 1 out of 2. Now bad pass taken away by the Eagles. Here comes Golden. Left wing to Taylor. Vikes have played very good defense. Now Kaylee Taylor kicks it off her foot out of bounds. So it'll come back to Missouri Valley. 1 minute and 17 seconds left to play in the half. It's all Vikings here in the first half. Peterson, Lockett, Swisegood, Ward, and Ramsey. And there's a push. That's going to come up on Danny Rahor as she pushes off on Ashley Ward. And that's the 4th team foul, I believe, on Avila. So Vikes will inbound right in front of the Eagle bench. They get it down to Swisegood. Devin turnaround, jump shot on the baseline, good. So Devin Swisegood, the Salisbury senior, got the ball on the baseline, hit her first shot of the game. Now the other way, Holly Golden misses the shot. Nice rebound by Lockett. Ahead to Peterson. Under a minute to play in the half. Peterson head of the key to Ramsey. Ward drives in on Rehor, flips it up, left it short. 45 seconds. Faulkner yet to score in the game. Now the ball knocked away, taken away by Ashley Ward. Ashley goes right at Rehor on the other end, puts it up with the left hand and in. And that pretty well caps off a pretty good half, kid, as Ward gets loose, gets a steal, puts in the left-hand shot. Deep three by Faulkner. No good. And they're going to say that I believe Devin Swisegood touched it last. 20 seconds left to play in the half as Anna Trost checks in. Anna Trost checks in for the Vikings. Anna is a junior out of Aurora, Colorado. Down to Sarcone. Sarcone back outside. Faulkner with a three off the left wing. Good. So Faulkner buries her first shot of the game. That's a three. Down to 8 seconds in the half. Here comes Lockett. Cross the timeline with 4 seconds. Three. Tried to get a pass down low. Taken away. That's going to be it for the first half. As a great first half for the Missouri Valley Vikings. They score 45 points. Yes, 45 points in the first half. They lead Avila at the intermission, 45-20.
Impressive half. We'll be back over the scoring in just a bit.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to ditch the car and start rollerblading to work.
I look ridiculous.
You look ridiculous!
You don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your organs on the black market.
Lie back. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, that hurts.
You don't need to rent out your apartment to drifters.
I made a fire with the wood in your bedroom.
That's my dresser!
And your closet door.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell all your belongings and live in a commune.
These dungarees belong to all of us now, Tom.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
You're not wired to have a response to this sound. You're neutral to it. You hear it every time you finish a meal and never feel anything. But if we were able to associate this sound with a new stimulus, save the food, we've achieved pulling a natural response from you. Save the food. Why are we doing this, you may ask? Save the food. Because this ad is trying to change your after-meal behavior through brainwashing. Because food waste costs the average family $1,500 a year. Save the food, cha-ching, and $1,500 extra bucks is like getting a pay raise. Save the food, cha-ching, you're promoted, which could pay for your child's braces. Save the food, cha-ching, you're promoted.
Check out my braces.
So when you hear this sound, rethink your behavior. Cook it, store it, share it. Just don't waste it. For tips and recipes, visit SaveTheFood.com. Brought to you by NRDC and the Ad Council.
Joe All is studying that stat sheet, Joe, and it's a very impressive one for the Vikings.
Well, the Vikings, first of all, can shoot almost 60% from the floor, 16 out of 27. What a half for Deidre McCoy. She winds up with 16. I'll talk about that here in a minute. 9 points in the first half for Veronica Petkova. Veronica buried 3 from beyond the arc. 8 for Ashley Ward. They're the big three. So McCoy with 16, Petkova 9, Ward with 8. 4 points in the first half for Sierra Adams, including a 3. 3 points in the half for Tessa Ramsey. 3 points also for Dasha Ivanova. And 2 points for Devin Swisegood to round out scoring. Ken, something I don't know if I've ever seen on a score sheet. Deidre McCoy, field goals attempted, field goals made, 6 and 6.
Right.
3-pointers attempted, 3-pointers made, 2 and 2. Free throws attempted, 3 free throws made, 2 and 2. Offensive, defensive rebounds, 3 and 3. turnovers and assists, 3 and 3.
So she
everything in doubles for Dee Dee that first half.
And all of them except the turnovers pretty darn good.
Yeah.
So the Vikings have to be very pleased with what they've seen in that first half. You said shooting 59%, 80% from beyond the arc. 7 out of 9, and then on the other hand, Avila not doing much offensively, so that's why you have a 25-point.
Yeah, the Eagles only 24%, 7 out of 29, 4 of 13 from beyond the arc. Their leading scorer in the first half with 5 points each, Lauren Austin and Kaylee Taylor. 4 points for Raven Bunn. She averages over 19 a game. And then 3 points for Taylor Faulkner, hit that 3 right near the end of the half. And Danny Rahor, who hit the first basket of the game, a 3. And that's it for the Eagles.
Do want to remind you that a lot of sporting events taking place yet this week. First of all, congratulations to our men's volleyball team last night. They defeated Graceland here 3-2. Graceland won the first 2 sets. The Vikings won sets 3 and 4, and then won the last set 15-8, I believe, was the final to come from behind and win that. We'll have volleyball for you next Tuesday night. Grandview will be here. That'll be a big match. Friday, men's volleyball will head to Ohio to take part in the Lord's Tournament in Sylvania, Ohio. Saturday, we have basketball with Grandview. Men's wrestling, a big event this Saturday. The Vikings will be in the regional qualifier in Des Moines, and they'll qualify to see who heads to the Nationals in Topeka. That starts at 9 o'clock. And believe it or not, the baseball season gets underway this Saturday. It's supposed to be nice Saturday, so
yeah, that'd be
I
great.
guess that'll be all right.
And if not, if Grandview's wrestling program isn't strong enough, they get to have the regional in their own gym.
Oh, their own gym, and I think they've won the national 6 years in a row, and they will be a heavy, heavy favorite to win it again. We'll be back with more at the half.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
While we have just a moment, I want to say congratulations to the Valley women's wrestling team. For the first time since 2013-4, Valley women finished as All-Americans in wrestling. Christy Powell finished 4th at 116 pounds in the national championships in Oklahoma City last weekend. Alicia Reyes finished 3rd at 130. Anna Pointer finished 6th at 136. And Alyssa Cantu finished 5th at 191. First time since 2013, the Vikings have produced at least 4 All-Americans in one season. And as a team, they finished 9th. So congratulations to Carl Murphy and his program. A very good season for the Viking women. Men's game tonight will be coming up about 20 minutes after this one. The first time the men's team met, Joe, the Vikings won it 85-78. It's a pretty good game, as Brody Gronwald had 22. Kyle Hickey had 20 that night for the Vikings, who were 22 out of 40 from the free throw line. However, the rebounding edge that night went to Avila, 42-28, but it was a big win for the Vikings, 85-78.
Well, in Avila, I guess you could say they could be called a scary team. They've lost 10 games in a row. Anytime you get a team like that, you know one of these nights they're going to break out, and we just don't want to see that happen tonight.
Yeah, they've lost 10 in a row. They're pretty much out of the playoff picture. Well, they are out of the playoff picture. They won't make it, and Culver Stockton's out of it. Clark still has an outside chance, as does Evangel. So those teams are battling. Evangel will be at Culver tomorrow night. Culver has lost 25 straight. They have not yet won a conference game. So they're really about the only team. They're out, and Avila is out as well as far as getting into the postseason tournament. But there's a lot to play for the Vikings, the Viking men. We'll talk about that for just a moment. Viking men are 10-12, and here's the standings on the men's side. William Penn 19-3, then Benedictine 17-5, Grandview 16-6, then Graceland and Mount Mercy both 15-7, Central 13-9, Mid-America 12-10, Baker 11-11. The Vikings are 10-12. They're a game ahead of Peru. The Vikings in the ninth spot right now. Peru's 9-13, and then Evangel and Clark both 7-15. We still have a game at Clark. Avila play tonight, 3-19, and then Culver 0-22. So the Viking men, Joe, have to win some ball games. If they want to make sure they keep that spot.
Well, they got this one tonight. They beat Avila in Kansas City, and they play Grandview here on Saturday. Played the Vikings pretty well up there. Lost right down at the end of the game, but really battled them tough. And then, like I say, 2 road games next week at Clark on Wednesday, and then that trip to Oskaloosa to take on the team we just saw 2 nights ago, William Penn.
That will be quite an atmosphere, I'm sure, because their men, in all likelihood, will be playing for a conference championship that day, and that's a nice, cozy gym. It'll be interesting to see what that's all about.
Well, William Penn also playing for a high seed in that national tournament. You got to figure they're going to get in. They're probably going to win the conference regular season championship. We'll see what happens in the postseason. But, you figure right now if they can keep going like they are, they'd have a chance to get a pretty good seed in that national tournament.
They are ranked number 2 right now in the country behind LSU, Alexandria, Louisiana. They are number 1 and deserve.
One thing you find about that NAIA tournament, the seeds don't often mean anything.
No, it's last year we saw it. 2 years ago we were there. The Vikings knocked off the number 4 team.
Yep.
So just get there and then see what happens because you play a lot of games in a lot of days. We'll take a break. When we come back, about ready for the second half. It's all Valley tonight. They lead at 45-20.
Music is a bridge between the material and the spiritual. My name is Harvey Lauer, and I'm 82. As a blind person, you have to be aware that nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. You really have to try things. My folks got me a little radio in 1940, and that was the best Christmas present I ever got. When I was 11 years old is when I started to play music, play the piano, and then the accordion, and then the cello. My wife, who was also blind, was a good cook. When she died, that's when I started Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers, people who can change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
If you're just joining us, it's all Vikings leading 45-20 at the break, shooting almost 60% from the field, limiting the Avila Eagles to below 20%. The Vikings win tonight. They would give their 8th conference win, and then they'd have to wait and see what Culver Stockton did. That's the team they're battling right now for the number 10 spot as far as the playoffs are concerned. But they're well on the way tonight. 45 points. This Viking team averages 66 points a game. And again, already 45 points. So, Joe, some nights you just put it all together, and that's what the Vikings are doing at least right now.
Yeah, playing well on both ends of the court. I mean, you talk about the offense, 45 points, but then to hold Avila to 20 points and only 24% shooting. And they've done a good job on the inside. I think one thing the Vikes have done, they've doubled down pretty well on both Bunn and Sarcone. They're two girls who can really hurt you around that basket. The Vikes have done a good job getting that help defense to hold those two girls down.
Tim said he was going to play his zone tonight, and it certainly has been effective. This team, the Avila Eagles, coming in shooting just 27% from beyond the arc. And so he was going to make them beat it from out there. And they do have 4 threes, but they have taken a lot of shots, and they have not been very successful in making those. So, as we start the second half, Vikings will go with the same lineup to start of the game.
You know, and Ken, you talk about a couple pretty good female players sitting on each bench. You got Tori Murillo, the head coach of the Avila Eagles. She was led the nation in steals. She was an All-American about 3 or 4 years ago. Then on the Viking bench, Gabby Morales. And Gabby, one whale of a ball player. Just really all kinds of statistical leaders she was in a lot of different categories. Just a couple of pretty good players.
She also had some All-American honors. So here we go. Turnover by the Eagles to start the second half. So the Vikings want to continue where they left off at the end of the first half. Ivanova at the top of the key against a man-to-man defense. Drives right side, spins to the basket, puts it up, missed it. And the rebound pulled down by Rehor. Ahead to Austin. Austin in the lane to Bunn. Goes up the left hand, missed it. Another missed shot. Good ball tipped and is taken down by Ivanova. And she'll get it to Ward. And she's going to be fouled by Bunn as she reached in, tried to slap it away, and that's the second foul on Raven Bunn.
The last thing you want is your big girl to pick up a foul 80 feet from the basket.
Yeah, she just reached in for no reason and picked up the foul. The Eagles keep the pressure on. Ivanova off to Petkova. Petkova ahead to Ward. Ward to Petkova. Fires a pass baseline to Meyer. As she turned to put up the shot, it was knocked away from her.
Haley was almost doing jumping jacks down there trying to let her teammates know she was open. She was wide open underneath. She was screaming, clapping her hands, feet were moving different directions.
When she got the ball, then they knocked it away from her. She takes the inbounds past the baseline, fires it out to Petkova, head and shoulder fake, and a foul away from the ball. Rehor, I believe, going to pick up the foul.
That's her third.
So quickly, 2 fouls against the Eagles if nothing else can go wrong tonight. Ivanova out front to Petkova. Petkova puts it on the floor, now gives it back to Ivanova. Haley Meyer, free throw line extended right, puts it on the floor, back out front. 13 on the shot clock, 8:50 first in the third quarter. Ivanova loses it, picks it back up, throws up a shot that won't go, crashing the boards.
And you're right, she did throw that one up. She really kind of off balance, about to lose the ball. That was about all she could do.
And Ivanova picked up a foul as she went for the loose ball. So no one has scored yet in the first minute and a half of this second half. Austin on the right wing. Back out front to Faulkner. Now to Bunn. Bunn turns, faces the basket, double team, back to Faulkner. Baseline, kick it back out front to Austin. Into the corner, knocked away by Ward, but she knocked it out of bounds.
I think if I was down by 25 as Avila, I'd start launching a bunch of threes, I think. That's the quickest way to get back in a game like this.
That's the only way you're going to get back, Em. Take 30 seconds off each possession. Tough to come back into this one. And there's your first launch of a three, and this one is no good, but the rebound comes all the way up to Faulkner. She took the shot and got the rebound. Back to the top of the key is Faulkner. Vikings really packing it in defensively. High post, back into the corner. Another three on the way. This one's off the mark. Meyer gets the rebound on the run. Ahead to Petkova. Misses the layup, but Ivanova's there to follow it. Petkova hits the floor.
I think she was fouled, I believe.
And the foul is going to be called on Masters, her first. Already the third foul on the Eagles here in the third quarter. Petkova at the line has 9 points. 10 as she hits that one. Vikings struggled from the free throw line for Monday night, but certainly not tonight.
Let's see, I'm trying to look. I lost my stat sheet. I don't know that Veronica, did she miss a three-point shot in the first half? Yep, she was 3 out of 3.
Misses that free throw. It is 46-20. Here come the Eagles looking for any kind of offense here as they work in front of their coach, Tori Murillo. Here's an outside shot on the way. This one's way off the mark. And Raven Bunn trying to save it was standing out of bounds. So this team really struggling offensively. Vikings up by 26 with the ball, 7.5 to go in the third quarter.
And this Avila team, really a pretty decent team. They look good against us up in Kansas City. They're not a bad team at all.
They remember didn't win a game for a while. They won 6.
They got pretty hot there for a while.
Right, tonight is not their night. Ivanova thought about the three, and by the time she decided to pull the trigger, she was covered up. So she goes to Ward baseline. Her shot hits the bottom of the backboard. And then it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Eagles. 1 point scored in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter.
And we mentioned Tori Murillo, a great player. Her first year as a head coach of the Avila Lady Eagles. And Larry Williams, a longtime head coach. He's now an assistant coach over William Jewell, so he was a good one too.
Here are the Eagles. High post. They'll skip it around to Taylor underneath to Bunn. Her shot partially blocked by Meyer. Picked up, however, by the Eagles. They'll take another outside shot. Another shot missed. Raven with a rebound. She'll turn, put it up from 7. She can't score. Wow. And they'll get the ball back.
And Raven Bunn just grabs her head with both hands. What do I have to do to get it in the hole?
They'll have it back. Their shooting woes continue. 46-20 is our score. Into the corner to Masters. Back out to Taylor. Taylor, she throws one, tries to throw a pass, and that's thrown away. You know, you're good at players. Tori Murillo was. She can't get out there and help this bunch tonight. They're on their own.
I bet she'd like to.
She probably, yeah.
And she would if she was out there.
Here's Petkova underneath, and now ball turned over by McCoy. The other way, here come the Eagles. 6:28 to go in the third quarter. We've had 1 point scored in this quarter. Now underneath, Taylor drives in, or Bunn rather drives inside and scores.
It's only 6 for her. Like I say, she averages 19 points a game.
46-22. Here's the full court press. Ivanova gets it into Ward. Ward, 3-on-2, ahead to Meyer. Meyer baseline, fires a pass to McCoy. McCoy loses it, but it's picked up by Ivanova. 17 on the shot clock, 5:57 to go in the third quarter. It's all Vikings. Ward will take her time. Now hands it to Ivanova in the corner. 7 on the shot clock. Back to Ward. Here she comes. Drives on Bunn. Flips it up and in.
Nice move.
She is so good going to the basket. She has 10 now. She averages 14-4 a game. It's 48-22. Now Petkova tips it away from Taylor and saves it. And now down to Ward is the pass from McCoy. Ward misses the shot, hustles after her own miss, can't come up with it. And a foul on Ivanova as she reaches in trying to take it away from Rahor.
Now Alexis Boyd Lockett gets set to check back in.
Well, Ivanova will lead.
You know, Alexis is a girl that's improved much as a basketball player. Made a couple of great passes in that first half.
Doesn't try to do too much.
No, she doesn't force the issue. She takes what they give her, and that's good quality for a player to have.
Eagles with it. Faulkner fakes the three. They're down by 26 points. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Vikings have played an excellent zone, and it has been effective. Almost a turnover. Faulkner gets it. 10 on the shot clock, 5 on the third quarter game clock. Faulkner underneath. Gives it off to Taylor. Her 14-footer bangs off the rim. No good. The foul as Bunn goes for the rebound. And that's on Ashley Ward. That's her first.
Yeah.
Yep. Only the third foul. 4:53 to go in the third quarter. Tessa Ramsey ready to come back in. High post to Bunn. Bunn drives through a double team, just muscles her way in the lane, misses the shot. Ward comes away with it. Now she throws it away. It's picked up by Faulkner. Now she throws it away, but the ball was kicked.
Tessa Ramsey. Yeah, Tessa out of Melbourne, Australia. Is her mom still here tonight? Yeah, I thought I saw her up there.
The railing.
Yeah, she was here, been here the last 3 games. We certainly appreciate her coming down and telling us she enjoyed listening to our broadcast.
Here is Ward will inbound it. As the Vikings with 4:39 to go have a 26-point lead. The Eagles get it out high to Rahor. Now taken away by Petkova. Breakaway for Veronica. She scored. It's 50-22 with 4:26 to go. Faulkner to Taylor. Taylor knocked away, taken away by Ward. Ward has a breakaway. She'll take it in on Taylor. Now she slips, goes to the floor. But Boyd Lockett was following the play. She picks up the ball, gets it off to Ramsey. She's tied up in the lane, and the Vikings will get it on the possession. Lindsey Denny will check in.
Ken, as hot as the Vikings were in the first half, 45 points, they've only scored 5 points here in this third quarter. We played almost 6 minutes.
But the good news is the Eagles have scored only 2.
Yeah. So we expanded the lead just a little.
Dede is fouled as she takes it up baseline left side. She'll shoot a couple.
Rahor picks up her 4th foul, I believe.
4th on her. Dede at the line.
They call it on her. They call it on
yeah,
Faulkner.
looks like they're going to call
on Faulkner. Yeah.
So McCoy at the free throw line. First one, good. She's 3 for 3 to the line. Another big night for the junior, Dede McCoy. 4:09 left. Lauren Austin ready to come in for the Eagles, and she'll come in now after the free throw is made.
18 points for Dede, 4 for 4 from the stripe, 2 3-pointers.
Has not missed a shot. 52-22, a 30-point advantage for Valley. With 4 minutes to go in the quarter, so the Vikings in great shape. Faulkner for a 3, rims in and out. Lindsey Denny with the rebound in traffic, and they're going to call another foul.
And boy, I mean, Lindsey came out there. If looks could kill about 3, Eagles would have been dead right there. She ripped that ball out of the pack and had that look of a competitor on her face.
Faulkner picks up the foul. That's her second.
That's 5 fouls on Avila.
So we'll shoot free throws the rest of this quarter. Vikings after tonight gets this win will go to 8-15. Wait and see what Culver does tomorrow night. Free throw by Lindsey Denny is good. That's her first point. The Vikings doing a very good job from the free throw line.
Lindsey is senior out of Everton, and once again, her mom and dad are here as they've been so many times in the last several years.
She misses the second free throw. She has a point, and it's 53-22. Here's Faulkner, top of the key. Swings it around to the left side. Now skip pass back all the way across the lane. Driving in. Shot is missed and then kicked out of bounds. Torrey wanted a foul. Not going to get it. As that was Holly Golden who knocked it out of bounds.
Torrey says, now back when I played, that was a foul.
That would have been a foul. 19 turnovers now for Avila. Tessa Ramsey in backcourt gets it to Boyd Lockett. 3:30 to go in the third quarter. It's all Valley in this one tonight. They'll take some more time off the clock here. Here comes Alexis Boyd down the middle, kicks it in the corner. Ramsey's going to try a three. Why not? She hit it. Everything going the Vikings' way tonight, 56-22.
Is that the 8-3 for the Vikings? They got 8 in the game.
Grandview will be here on Saturday. That'd be another big game. Here's Bunn, nowhere to go with it. Works to the baseline. Shot is up, missed again. Rebound Boyd Lockett. And she wants to lead the break. Ahead it comes to Didi. She traveled. Didi gathered the ball, was thinking about her move on Sarcone, and she walked with it.
Yeah, and Lucy Sarcone, she has yet to score in the game tonight. She's a pretty good player. Let's see what she's averaging here. I'll find out here in just a second.
9.8 a game, 6.9 rebounds.
Yeah,
she had
pretty good.
scored.
Pretty good inside player.
So here come the Eagles. They get it into Bunn in the lane. Puts up a shot, and she's fouled. Lindsay Denny, second foul. This is one of those games, if you're the Eagles, they happen to, if you play long enough or coach long enough, you just want to get it over with. Free throw good by Raven Bunn. She has 7.
And I tell you, Ken, you look at the Eagles' schedule the rest of the way. They've got Culver, Peru State, and Grayson. I mean, those could be tough games, but those are games I think they feel like if they play well, they could win.
Bunn hits both free throws. She has 8, 56-24. Full court pressure. Now the Vikings turn it over, and a foul is going to be called on Petkova as she reached in trying to take it away from Danny Rahor. So Petkova picks up her third. Vikings have 18 turnovers, 20 for Avila. Rahor will be at the line. Huge lead for the Vikings, and she misses that free throw badly off to the right side. She'll have another one. Ward will come back in as both free throws are missed, and Petkova with the rebound. Nothing going right for the Eagles tonight. Their shooting percentage is 19.5%. 8 out of 41. Woo. Here's Boyd Lockett. Holds it out front to Adams. Adams around the screen. Stops. Pops about a 14-footer. Missed it. And the rebound, Rahor.
That shot looked good from here. I thought that was down. It just didn't have enough mustard on it.
Here comes Rahor with 2:12 to go in the third quarter. Driving inside off the glass and missed everything. Rebound comes down to Lindsay Denny. Oh, man. Boyd Lockett into the forecourt. With under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Petkova takes her time, goes to Ramsey at high post, turns, looks, now going to take it inside, kick it back out to Boyd Lockett for 3. It won't go. And the rebound is pulled down by Sarcone, who gives it off to Faulkner. Faulkner into the corner. 1:35 to go. Bunn, nowhere to go. Back top of the key to Austin. Back to Bunn, drives in the lanes. With left hand, nice move, can't score. Danny with another rebound. She's going to dribble it down court. Off to Petkova, drives it on the right side. Head and shoulder fake and scores. 58-24 with 1:14 to go in the third quarter.
14 for Veronica in the game.
Faulkner underneath to Bunn. Back out to Austin. Now Faulkner launches a 3. Good.
There she hit one.
And that is her second triple. She has 6 points. 58-27. 1:03 to go.
And Alexis Boyd Lockett looks like maybe she took an elbow as Anna Trost, Annette Peterson, and Ashley Ward all get set to check back in for the Vikings.
1:03 to go in the third quarter. It's 58-27. Have not had many timeouts. This game rolling right along. The trainer's out there taking a look at Boyd Lockett.
I think she's okay. I think it was maybe got the wind knocked out of her. I'm not sure.
58-27 is our score. The Vikings shooting 54%, but more importantly, 73% from three-point range, 8 out of 11.
Ooh, take that and bottle it up.
Yeah, that will win you a lot of ball games.
In any level, in any league.
Yep. You shoot like that. Men's game about 20 minutes after this one.
You know, I was totally impressed the other night, though, by the William Penn men.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's one of their better games. I mean, they just kind of took care of it, scored 100 points, but they have got a lot of weapons on that team.
Oh, man, do they ever. And it does, yeah, they just keep bringing them in.
And the Vikings battled. I mean, they played tough and hung in there, just too much firepower.
That could have been, yeah, the Vikings played as well as they've played many games this year. Just in that game you just say, you're right, too much firepower. Just too many players continuing to come off that bench. That is a very good team. Chad Lance said after the game he's seen two teams out of this conference win titles, Evangel and Mid-American Nazarene, and he said, I think William Penn's is good or better than both of those.
Yeah, they're good.
They're right up
there. You never know what's going to happen in the postseason, but they've got the potential.
And they'll be at home in the postseason conference tournament.
Yeah, in a packed gym every night.
Here's Tessa Ramsey with it. Gives it off to Lindsey Denny. Lindsey skips in the lane, back to Peterson. Peterson baseline with 47 seconds to go in the quarter. Works the right side, holds it high above her head. Dribbles it back out. Round the screen by Trost. Now looks in for Trost and throws it right into the arms of one of the Holly Golden, I believe, but she knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, 2 seconds on the shot clock for the Vikings. They're going to have to hurry here. They'll have the ball under their own basket.
Vikings average 66 points a game. They're already at 58. Peterson into Ward. She's fouled. Oh, that's one of those fouls you just can't afford.
No.
Because Ward was not going to get a shot off.
It's been that kind of night, though.
Ward was not going to get a shot off in the corner, and Faulkner fouled her. So Ward will be at the line. Ashley has 10 points tonight. 11. And she's climbing toward her herd average of 14.4. 59-27. Wow. Did not expect this. Thought the Vikings would win this game, but didn't expect this. 60-27. Austin into the corner. 23 seconds on the shot clock. 25 on the game clock. And now a foul on Denny, I think. Well, let's see who they call it. I'm going to call it on Peterson.
Kid, I've got the Vikings at 12 out of 15 from the free throw line. Yep. I'm not sure. Is that what they have there?
Yeah, I think 12 out of 15 from the line. Doing everything right. And here is another missed free throw by Rahor. She's 0 for 3. They're 4 out of 11 from the free throw line, so nothing going right.
Rahor hit the first basket of the game, drained that three, and hadn't been able to connect since. And now she does.
Free throw.
I knew if I said that, she'd drop it down.
60-28. Peterson off to Ward. Ward double team into corner. 14 seconds to go. Takes it baseline. Now Trost shot from the baseline, no good. Bunn with a rebound. Looks like Faulkner will quickly get it up to Austin. They may get one more shot. Long three by Faulkner. Bangs off the side of the rim, no good. And that will do it for the half. That shot may have counted had it gone in.
I think it would have, but it didn't go.
She took it from the baseline. It was a little bit long. But another impressive quarter as the Vikings outscore the Eagles 15 to 8 in that quarter. So they just continue to put the pressure on. It's all Valley. And again, after tonight, they should be 8-15 in conference play and await the winner of that Evangel Culver game tomorrow night. Like to get that one to go to Evangel, and the Vikings then would tie Culver for the final playoff spot. But let's finish this one up, and then we'll worry about that game tomorrow night. 60-28, the Vikings with a lead, shooting 53%, 73% from beyond three, and 80% from the free throw line. 12 out of 15. You're not going to beat a team shooting that well.
You know, sometimes when my teams, back in my coaching days, and I wasn't a very good coach, what I did when my teams didn't shoot very well, sometimes I didn't even bring the balls out the next day. I said, these things are not our friends right now, so we're not going to mess with them today, you know.
You know what? Sometimes that's the way to do it. And it's a good thing we had a game after Monday, because the last three quarters, not very pretty Monday night for this team. So they can forget about that now and just come out and play. 60-28. It's all Vikings. And the Eagles will have it to start the fourth quarter. Whistle stops play early. And we have a foul, it looks like, underneath.
That pick, is that on?
Might
is
be
on
on
Peckova? Yeah, that's
Petcola,
on
her
Pat. That's
fourth.
her fourth, yeah.
So Bunn goes to the line. Bunn has 8 points.
She's a good player.
Yep. Misses it. Boy, this team can't hit anything tonight. They are just 5 out of 13 from the free throw line. And normally from the line, they shoot 72%. So it's just one of those nights. Petkova comes out, Myers back in. Trost is on the floor along with McCoy and Ward. And Bunn hits the second free throw. She has 9. 60 to 29, 9:50 to go. Ivanova off to Meyer. Meyer behind the back with the dribble, loses it, picks it up in backcourt, gives it back to Ivanova. And there's a 10-second call.
That's a nice little move Haley Meyer put together. It just took too long for it to develop.
Went behind the back, picked it up, but
highlight real play, but you got to do it a little bit quicker.
Quicker and get across that line in front of 10 seconds. Austin back out to Faulkner. Long three on the way. This one no good. Rebound. Trost. Good rebound by Anna. Wearing number 35 on this pink jersey. Ahead it comes to Didi. McCoy grabs it. Back to Ivanova, top of the key. Now the Haley Meyer. The Vikings having some fun tonight after a rough outing Monday night.
They had fun last Saturday against Central Methodist, too.
Here's Ivanova, falls down. Trost picks it up, skip pass all the way across and throws it away, trying to get it to Ashley Ward. 60 to 29, 9 minutes to go, and it's only 6:45, so this game could get over in a hurry.
Yeah, and they haven't seen too many timeouts in this one.
Don't know if the men's game will start early, if they'll wait till about 7:30 to start it. Probably start it a little bit early.
Get home early. That wouldn't be a bad deal, would it?
Yeah, they'll take a little longer to half tonight because it's court warming. Here's a shot by Bunn, no good. Trost fights for the rebound.
Good hustle by Anna.
And let's see what they're going to call.
Because they call her over the back, I guess.
Yes, they're going to call her for the foul.
Yeah. That's Anna. I think that's Anna Trost's first foul.
And only the second team foul of the quarter. 8:41 left. Bunn will inbound it into the corner. Bring it back out front. Gives it a little point guard, Faulkner. Now Austin to Faulkner on that right wing. Back out to Austin in the lane. Little teardrop for her is good. Nice move. And gets that one to drop. That's 7 points for Lauren Austin. 60 to 31. Quick pass ahead to Didi. Splits the double team, top of the key. 8:17 and counting. Ivanova, top of the key. Didn't pull the trigger. Gives it to Ward. Ashley, high post to Meyer. Knocked away, taken away. And here is Golden with a layup, and it's good. Her first bucket, 60 to 33. 8 minutes to go.
And Holly Golden, another one of those players that had a big night when we played up in Kansas City. She was in double figures, one of the Avila leading scorers.
Vikings maybe get a little lackadaisical toward the end of the game, almost turn it over again, and now they do. Or was there a foul? No, they're going to turn it over. That's the third consecutive turnover by the Vikings, and so Tim Dixon taking a timeout, and a good timeout by Tim, because that's 3 consecutive turnovers by the Vikings. And Joe, you're in great shape, 60 to 33, but you don't want to struggle at the end of this game. Too many positives. You don't want to play bad in the last 10 minutes. They're not going to come back and win this game in all likelihood, but you don't even want to make it close.
Well, and Coach Tim Dixon, not a very happy camper right now.
So, 60 to 33 is our score. And Tim is not very happy. And, you know, the fourth quarter has been a struggle. I looked at the numbers today, and the fourth quarter for the Vikings, they have been outscored by 60 points in the fourth quarter this year. And I know Tim looks at those statistics, too, and We've talked about if the Viking women could play a 30-minute game instead of 40, they'd win a lot more games.
Yeah.
They've lost a lot of games in the fourth quarter. I'm sure he just doesn't want them to play that way again in the fourth quarter tonight.
Well, and I think some of his unhappiness probably deals with the way they handled the William Penn press or didn't handle the press on Monday night. He doesn't want to see they've done a good job here tonight against pressure, and I don't think he wants to see them to revert back to where it was the other night.
7:52 to go, 60-33. Long way to go. And now a turnover, as they say that Faulkner with a high dribble turned it over, carried the ball, if you will. Another turnover. That's the 21st turnover for Avila. The Vikings still a lot of turnovers, 22 tonight, despite doing everything else right. Ashley Ward in backcourt, ahead to McCoy. Dede holds it, gives it back to Ashley, top of the key. She'll put it on the floor. Start to drive, now back to Meyer. Haley right side. Bounce pass down low to McCoy. Gets around Hergal, puts up the shot, missed it. And the rebound, Lauren Austin. Vikings have yet to score in this fourth quarter, and we've played about 3 minutes. In the corner, a high arching three. That's way off the mark. Rebound Golden, back up and in, and a foul.
Yeah, good rebound that time by Holly Golden, the freshman. She got inside position, went right back up with it, and fouled, and that foul is going to come up, I believe, on Ashley Ward, and that'll be AW's second.
So Anna Trost will check out, and the young lady from Australia back in, Tessa Ramsey. Golden trying to complete a three-point play, and does.
She scored the last five for, well, Austin had that basket, but Golden has 5 points here in this fourth quarter as they've outscored the Vikings here in the first quarter. Looks like 8-0.
8-0 run to start the quarter, 7:16 to go in the game. They keep that pressure on. Meyer gets the pass from Dede McCoy, now fires it to Tessa Ramsey, who hands to Ivanova, 3-on-1. Ivanova down the middle, no-look pass, left
good
side.
Job.
Ward,
good job.
Layup good. Ivanova ran the break perfectly.
14 points for Ashley Ward, right around her average.
Faulkner off to Taylor. Taylor back to Faulkner. 6:56 to go, 62-36. High post. Driving inside, Meyer with the block. Ward picks it up, and she's going to be fouled as she tried to get out of the double team. She had Dede McCoy wide open down court, but couldn't get out of the double team. She was fouled. And now Lindsay Denny will come back in for Tessa Ramsey. Excuse me, Tessa's going to stay in. Ashley Ward will come out. 62-36. All Vikings tonight. Ivan over to Ramsey. Ramsey fires it ahead to Dede. Dede, free throw line. Weaves her way through traffic, kicks it back to Ivanova. Good move. Now the Vikes can run some time.
Dash out of Kursk, Russia.
Does a nice job at the point. She's been starting the last few games. Here's a lob baseline. Underneath to McCoy, and Dede goes up strong. His elbow to the back of the neck, but she's going to the line to shoot 2. Ray Hoare, if that's her 4th. First free throw by Dede, good. Dede McCoy.
What was that streak? She had about 38 in a row.
37 or 8.
37, yeah. And she's hit 5 in a row here, so maybe she has started another streak. Who knows?
Second free throw, good. By McCoy. 64-36. Here's Bunn inside the lane. She's fouled. Lindsay thought she went straight up. We're going to be called for the foul. I'm either getting taller or you're shrinking.
I say, I don't know what happened. I think my chair at the bottom just fell out of it or something. I'm looking straight up at the floor right now, and we're sitting at floor level.
Lindsay Denny picked up the foul. Bunn hits the free throw.
And it just happened all of a sudden.
Must be shrinking.
Yeah, it could be. I'm at that age.
64-37 if the first free throw is good. Here's the second one by Bunn. It's good.
I don't like to look up to you. I'm gonna get another chair.
I don't blame you. There's one right behind me you can have. So Bunn hits both free throws. Make it 64-38. Now the Vikings get it down court against the press, and Lindsay Denny scores. She has 4. That's 66-38.
Now let's see you mouth off to
there
me.
You go. Now you're back up where you belong. They gave us these comfortable chairs, and they don't work as well as the old-fashioned chair. Taylor out front to Faulkner, into the corner. Nowhere to go. Driving inside, giving off to Bunn. Bunn will step in, put up a 4-footer. It won't go. Rebounds her own miss. Nope, now Ivanova has it. She gives it off to Lindsay Denny, pushes it down to McCoy underneath the Peters zone for the deuce. It's 68-38.
Now Michele Higa out of Hawaii checks into the Viking lineup.
Tim took a timeout. All he wanted to do was get some other players in the game.
Devin Swisegood coming back in.
Indeed, he might be done for the day. Big game for her. She missed one shot tonight.
Yeah.
If she's done for the night, look at this line. Look at this line. 6 out of 7 from the field, 6 out of 6 from the line, 2 for 2 from 3, 6 rebounds.
Yeah, 3 offensive, 3 defensive. Everything was doubles with her tonight.
Pretty good night. 68-38. Austin, top of the key. Vikings will win 2 of the first 3 on this homestand. Here's Sarcone with the left hand, scores.
That's her first basket, isn't it?
First basket, first bucket. 68-40. Now, Michele Higa has the ball knocked away and out of bounds by Taylor. It'll still belong to the Vikings with 5:09 to go.
Again, we'll be back here on Saturday afternoon to take on the other Vikings, the Grandview Vikings.
Swisegood hands to Peterson. Peterson to Higa. Higa, the young lady out of Hawaii, puts the ball on the floor with the left-handed dribble. Now back into the corner. Ramsey, Tessa shot. Good. Her second triple of the night.
I tell you, Tessa's starting to shoot the ball better every game. She's got a pretty nice touch from the outside.
She has 9 points at 71-40. Austin, top of the key. She's going to try a 3. It bangs off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound, Higa. The shooting woes continue for the Avila Eagles. The Vikings have rolled all night long. That 24-8 at the first quarter, never looked back. Ramsey, top of the key. High post to Swisegood. 4:27 to go. Back to Higa. Higa, left wing. Looks in for Swisegood. Tries to get it to her. The ball's going to be kicked by Faulkner. So with 15 on the shot clock, the Vikings will inbound right in front of the Viking bench. Higa will do that. Michele looks into Peterson, gets it to her. Annetta back to Michele. 4:17 left. 10 on the shot clock. Lindsay Denny with the basketball. Holds it. Puts it on the floor. Drives. Right side. Tough shot. Off the heel of the rim. No good. Swisegood tips it, but it's going to be saved by the Eagles.
Yeah, Lindsay, a tough shot for Lindsay. She knew that shot clock was winding down.
Here's Bunn inside. Puts it up over Swisegood. Can't score. Sarcone misses an easy one. Swisegood with a rebound. She's tied up by Raven Bunn. Vikings get it on the possession. 71-40. It was 24-8 at the end of the first quarter, 45-20 at the end of the half, 60-28 after 3. Ramsey off to Denny, to Peterson, running up the right side. Now has it knocked away from her by Bunn.
This is exactly what you need to do at home. Get an early lead. Don't look back. Just keep building, and that's exactly what the Vikings have done all evening tonight. And maybe one of, if not their best overall effort all season. Of course, that win against Central Methodist is pretty impressive on Saturday.
It's court warming tonight, so halftime of the men's game will have that ceremony. And also they'll award the cross-country team for winning a conference title with a banner tonight. Higa gets it to Swisegood. She turns to shoot, traveled with it. Ball was blocked, I thought, but she came back down with it, so we call it for a walk. 71-40, 3:30 to go.
Devin says, what am I supposed to do? She swatted it right back at me.
Shot, I can't just let it go. Getting a lot of people in the game tonight and some quality minutes. Skipping the pass to Taylor. Fire it underneath the Bunn. Bunn goes in, almost walked. Good job by Ramsey to contest that shot. Now Higa with it. Another turnover for the Eagles. This is one they want to forget. Ramsey to Denny. High post Swiesgood turns, faces the basket, back to Peterson. 3 minutes left now. Denny, baseline, 12-footer, no good. Swiesgood tips it, but it comes to Bunn. They still want to run. Here comes Faulkner. Baseline Taylor. Taylor inside the lane, flips it up, missed it. Rebound Ramsey. Tori Murillo just shaking her head.
Yeah,
Not much you can do when you shoot like
it's
this.
not just one or two players. A whole bunch have struggled tonight.
13 out of 60.
Some nights you have nights
It
like
happens.
that. You just have to play through it.
Yep. Peterson with the basketball. 2:32 to go. Into Ramsey. Or rather, Ramsey gives it to Swiesgood. Her turnaround spins in and out. Rebound Austin. 2:20 to go. Austin will take it right down the middle. Little teardrop scores, and Austin has 9. 71-42. Another timeout just to bring in some substitutes.
Austin is probably shot as well as anybody for the Eagles. I'm not sure what her numbers are, but like you said, she has 9 points. She has 4 field goals. One of those was a three-pointer.
71-42. Give it to Boyd Lockett, who checked in now for the final 2 minutes. Here she comes up the court. Knocked away from behind. The ball rolls out of bounds. It'll still belong to the Vikings. They'll inbound right in front of us. Actually, right in front of the Viking bench. Boyd Lockett will do that. As Valley, after tonight, will go to 8-15 in league play. Here's Higa. In front of the Viking bench with 2 minutes to go. Now they work it into Trost. Her turnaround off the front of the rim, no good. Sarcone with a rebound. Quickly.
Anna had a good look that time, just left it a little bit short.
Driving inside. Shot rolls off. Another miss. Austin will try a 3. She'll hit it. Her second triple. She's in double figures with 12. 71-45. 1:38 to go. Peterson tries to get it into Ramsey. The ball is tipped out of bounds by Austin.
Let's see, Austin was 2 out of 3 in the first half. I don't know what you have for the game for her, but she shot the ball pretty well, I think.
Like 4 out of 7.
Yeah.
And 1 out of 2 from beyond the arc. Yeah, 4 out of, I think she had 1 more shot there, so she should be 5 out of 8. Vikings in no hurry now, as they're going to get this win. We'll talk to the coach and then get ready for the men's game. Ramsey holds it. Now goes to Peterson. It's free throw line. Gives it back to Boyd Lockett. Her 15-footer from the left elbow, no good. Sarcone with the rebound. 1:11 to go. The other way, here's Faulkner all the way to the basket. Flips it up and in, and is fouled. Well, this team not giving up.
No, they're battling.
They're not going to win, but they are going to continue to battle.
19 points in the fourth quarter for them already, so they really kind of got off the mat here in the fourth quarter.
And Faulkner can't hit the free throw, but an offensive rebound put back up by Austin, no good. Trost with the rebound. And another foul.
That should put on they can put on a Trost on the line. That's only 3 fouls, 2 or 3 fouls on Avila, so that'll be a non-shooting foul.
It's on Austin. That's her 4th. So Peterson will inbound with a minute to go. And gets it into Higa. Now to Peterson. Peterson with a left-handed dribble. Brings it across the timeline. Stops in the lane. Tried to get it to Trost. It was tipped out of bounds by Anna. It'll belong to the Eagles. Vikings with 24 turnovers, but it didn't matter tonight. Austin, top of the key, another 3. This one won't go. Rebound, Boyd Lockett, 43 seconds to go. Ahead to Peterson. Peterson, left wing, stops, fires a high arching 3 that won't go. Trost had the rebound for a moment. Now Higa takes it into the corner. The Boyd Lockett, her runner on the baseline, no good. Sarcone with the rebound.
It looks
Shot
like
clock is off.
Alexis took a shot in the head, I think.
Here comes Austin down the middle. She'll be fouled.
That's the second shot Alexis taking tonight. She's kind of stumbling around out around midcourt. I don't know if somebody got her in the nose with an elbow or what.
She said it's tough. Yeah, she's in a little bit of pain out there.
She's kind of staggering a little bit
Took
right
a shot
now.
right in the nose, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they called the foul on Higa. 21.8 seconds remaining.
Well, she's kind of hurting right now.
She took a pretty good shot to the nose.
she got her the wind knocked out of her early on and was knelt down around midcourt. Now she's really kind of stumbling toward the bench. Some kind of a blow to the head. I don't know if it's a nose or what, but something around the head area.
Sierra Adams will check in now.
Free throw break.
21.8 seconds to go. Austin at the line. And her first one is good. And she's been most of the offense tonight, 13 points.
Well,
she and Bunn.
Good quarter, 20-point quarter here in the fourth. The Eagles had 28 going into the fourth. Now they're at 48. So
20 at the half, and they hit another one. So good fourth quarter, but a little too late. 71-49, 21 seconds to go. Shot clock is on. Vikings get it in to Higa. And now to Ramsey. The Vikings now will let the clock wind down, and the Eagles will not foul. And so the final will be 71-49. And the Vikings will be 8-15 in league play. And again, we won't know the Culver Evangel score until tomorrow night. And Benedictine also plays at Grandview tomorrow night. So we'll know if the Vikings can move up a spot or not. We will find out before the night's over about Mount Mercy, because they right now as they play have a one-game lead over the Vikings. So we'll be able to check some of that out as we go along. But that's it. Final score, 71-49. It was all Vikings tonight. The coach will be with us, and we'll go over the scoring in just a bit.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Tim Dixon joins us. Coach, when you shoot 40%, almost 70% from three, this game's a lot more fun. I'll tell you, that was quite a performance by your team offensively tonight.
Yeah, the kids came out. We were ready to play, and they showed it. And so I'm really happy the way everybody contributed. And we got a lot of kids in tonight, which is important. So, we'll take the win. I mean, Avila is actually a better team than what they played tonight. And so I'm happy any win's a good win for us, and it's a needed win.
But you said you're going to play a zone because Macon beat you from the outside, and they only shot 6 out of 25, 24%. And I thought you really played that zone very well tonight.
Yeah, kids worked on it. We worked on it a little bit in practice, so I thought they did a good job. When we're disruptive if we do it right. And when I put the second group in, you saw what happens when we don't run it right. And we didn't score, and then we let them kind of, score in that fourth quarter. But it's everyone got in, which is a big thing, and hopefully they'll continue to learn and improve from the playing experience they get, and hopefully we'll be ready to go for Saturday's game.
Coach, you didn't have Dee Dee the last time you played this team. Look at this line: 6 out of 7 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, 6 for 6 from free throw lines. You just don't get much better than that.
No, I mean, she had 20 tonight.
20 points.
Yeah, and again, like I say, we just weren't very healthy when we went there, and we got pressed and we kind of panicked. And you saw it again tonight. We panicked again a little bit again and then pressed. So, it is what it is. We had 10 turnovers in the second half. They had 24 turnovers for the game. There's a lot of things we still can improve on. We'll just keep preaching that here the next week and a half of the season, and hopefully we'll be rolling into conference playoffs here by the end of the night. I think we should know.
Coach, you have won 2 out of the 2 out of 3 in this 4-game homestand. So, boy, Saturday, you get that and go 3-1 on this homestand. That'd be fantastic.
That'd be huge. I mean, that's, Grandview's ahead of us. We own the tiebreak on most of these teams, but if we can split with Grandview, that'll actually help us, with some teams that, we might end up tied with, which might be Culver or, someone else that's coming down, maybe Mount Mercy. So, we need to win on Saturday. And if we do that, we'll have the tie break, and we could, who knows where we'll finish. But, we're excited. I think we can get Grandview. I think we can get Clark. And the kids are super excited about our rematch at William Penn. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Coach. We'll see you Saturday. Let's go get
a lot of basketball left.
Great win tonight. No question about that. The Vikings win this one 71-49. Outscored the Eagles 24-8 first quarter, 45-20 at the half, 60-28 at the end of third quarters. In the final, of course, 71-49. Joe, let's go over the scoring, and then we'll get ready for the men's contest.
Let's see, are these the stats for the game?
It looks like those are the stats for the game.
I think that's stats for the game. So let's see. For the Vikings, a big game for Deidre McCoy. Deidre, 20 points. Deedee, 6 of 7 from the field. 2 of 2 from three-point land, 6 of 6 from the line. So pretty impressive offensive night for her. She also had 6 rebounds, 14 each for Ashley Ward and Veronica Petkova. So Ken, the big three for the Vikings, step up and score 48 points tonight. So good job by them. 9 points in the game for Tessa Ramsey. Tessa knocked down a couple from beyond the arc. 4 points for Sierra Adams. 3 points in the game for Dasha Ivanova. 2 for Annette Peterson. Looks like 3 for Lindsay Denny and 2 for Devin Swivegood. Real quickly for Avila, 2 players in double figures. Lauren Austin with 14, Raven Bunn with 11.
All right, we'll talk more about this at halftime. It's a busy night. It's court warming, and the men's game coming up in about 20 minutes. This broadcast is copyrighted by the Mass Communications Department of the Communications, Humanities, and Human Service Division of Missouri Valley College. For the private use of our audience, any retransmission of the use of the content of the broadcast without the express written consent, Missouri Valley College is prohibited. A big thanks to Marshall Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. They provide our transportation when we're on the road covering the Viking Sports Network. A big win for the women, 71-49. Back in about 15 minutes with the men's contest on the Viking Sports Network.